guys, it's 21 Maxwell here, and welcome to episode 4 of WWE The PG Era, which is based in a mod from 2009. And of course today, this time, it is an episode of ECW and Smackdown. Unlike Superstars, ECW is very storyline driven. You know, we are going to bring guys through here. It's not meaningless matches, you know, there is feuds put together, it's to build character and stuff like that. And, you know, really get them ready for going on the main shows of Raw and Smackdown. Now, as I said in the video for Superstars and Raw, there's a couple of wrestlers that have come up from development already. Some are going to debut today in a kind of new Superstar initiative, like I think Terry Long done, I'm sure Tiffany done a few times in charge of ECW. So we're going to go with the same idea, you know, we're going to bring a few of them through, try and build their characters up, but we'll get them a little bit over this before pushing them on to either Raw or Smackdown. So we have a decent show today, 10 segments. We have, as I say, a couple of debuts. We have someone returning, which I won't spoil, although you may be able to tell what the segments have been called. As I go, actually I've got it back here. I just want to say, it says Mr. McMahon has not liked Shane McMahon despite being related. I've been doing this mod in-game now. It's been 9 in-game days, and I've had 2 notification type things, incidents involving Vince McMahon already. So I'm really considering firing him, to be honest. He's just been a complete hindrance. He's an extremely negative influence. Just a massive pain, to be honest. So we'll see what happens with that. But anyway, this episode is is booked in the Verizon Centre in Washington DC. It's going to be a sellout. We're expecting, I think it was about 26,000 I'm roughly expecting, and it only holds 18, but you know, just to get everywhere in every market kind of tapped into as we continue to book these kind of shows. So say first off we'll do ECW, and then the second half of the video we shall do Smackdown, but enjoy ECW. Here comes some debuts, and here comes a returning superstar from years gone by. Enjoy! So we start off with Tiffany. She comes out to the ring and she books a match, the main event between Christian and William Regal. That's your main event for the ECW World Championship. I guess a 68C+. Tiffany was underwhelming, and it continues the Regal and Christian storyline. Pretty basic. And then next up we have a 0 rated segment, which is disappointing, but they're hyping the debut of Leo Kruger. It was a very bad South African accent. But basically, I'm trying to keep it realistic. We will get some low ratings and low segments, but it's a video to hype up. This is going to be Leo Kruger's debut on ECW. And in his debut match, he does lose because he has an enhancement talent. But an extremely short match, Shelton Benjamin defeats Leo Kruger in 4:42 by pinfall with a paid up 63C. That's pretty decent considering obviously Kruger's a debuting talent with next to no overness. The performance of Shelton Benjamin stood out as good. Negatives were just obviously Kruger being completely new, but we'll build him up and hopefully he can be a star of the future. Booked in last week obviously was this tag team match, and a bout that had some solid in-ring action but non-existent crowd heat. Goldust and Yoshitatsu defeat the Dudebusters in 8:24 when Kalen Croft was disqualified while fighting Goldust. It was a 51 beat+. Performance of Goldust stood out as being good. The problem is the Dudebusters lack any sort of overness, so again they're going to have to get pushed up slowly and maybe suffer a couple of defeats before they're ready for a proper run against the likes of Goldust and Yoshitatsu. Let's see. I think it's a bad idea to have Kalen Croft taking part in a match which is being called in the ring. He doesn't yet have the ability to pull it off and looks lost, right? Remember that? We'll skip it from now on. Cheers, Dean. And the same for Trent Beretta, no problem. I'll actually put them back to development actually, we'll see if any of them will go. Next up we have a music video promoting the debut of the Mexican Aristocat Alberto Del Rio, who will be making his debut on ECW. We get a 40D-, we're going to build him up in ECW rather than straight to Smackdown. So that's good, and in his debut match, extremely short match, Alberto Del Rio defeats Tommy Dreamer in 4 minutes and 19 by submission with a rolling cross armbreaker, armbar, sorry. Tommy Dreamer was not happy doing the job, but yeah, echoing in the next generation. 58C-, Del Rio improves Rumble and performance skills, Tommy Dreamer improves his performance skills. Next up we have the Abraham Washington Show. He underperforms in a segment where he interviews Zack Ryder and helps put the Woo Woo Kid over. Hopefully give Zack Ryder a little push as well. Then William Regal is hyping a promo up against the match against Christian. He basically says he's taking this title back to Britain and showing America that the Brits truly are extreme. So basically just completely slagging off America, Canada, and basically anywhere that's not Britain. I got 71C, and that continues the storyline. And then the match itself, Scary only got 62C, but about the featured great action and a good crowd, Christian defeats William Regal in 16:34 by pinfall with a kill switch, following interference from the returning problem solver Tom Cole. During the match, we also saw Vladimir Kozlov and Ezekiel Jackson attack Christian, but Christian made his third defense of his ECW World Heavyweight title. Tom Cole debuts his badass gimmick. We got a 97 rating, and the storyline between Christian and Regal continues. Disappointing match though. I thought we'd get a little bit higher. It wasn't a hardcore match just because obviously ECW, but we've learned that we won't do that in the future. And to finish it off, Christian and Tom Cole announced that they're forming an alliance. 71C plus. Christian worked well, Tom Cole struggled, Christian came across well, Tom Cole performed poorly, and there are no skill improvements, but overall we get a 64C. It is ECW, it is helping stars build to the future and build some storylines. And yeah, obviously the debut there, a return for Tom Cole, debuts for Alberto Del Rio and Leo Kruger. And hopefully we can continue to build this up on ECW and continue to get some of these feuds really onto the next level in the upcoming weeks. So that was ECW. Coming up next, Friday Night Smackdown, Maggle. Here we are, guys. Here is the Smackdown portion of the show, where again it's just a solid 11 segments taking up the 95 minutes of allocated time, and also 4 pre-show segments just to kind of establish some guys getting just some momentum to kind of help their characters go over. So again, we're kind of building towards the Survivor Series. I have a rough idea of the card I want to put out. There'll be a couple like main matches that are already in the storylines, and then I'll probably put together some classic Survivor Series big team matches, 4-on-4 survival matches with superstars that don't really have anything planned, like maybe Kane, maybe CM Punk and a few other guys. But I'm quite happy with the way storylines are going. And all I can say is enjoy this show as we continue to progress and slowly but surely begin to mould the WWE product from what it became in real life to what I want it to be. So enjoy SmackDown. We start off in the pre-show. An extremely short match. Tom Cole gets a bit of momentum by defeating Eric Escobar in 5:30 by pinfall with a choke bomb. Nice and simple match to get Tom Cole over. 58 C-. Vicky Guerrero did some good work at ringside for Eric Escobar. No idea what I've got planned for Escobar. I think I'll just use him to kind of put talents over him, maybe see if a spell and development can help him. Styles and Striker do well at ringside, and Tom Cole's improving performance skills. In a match that had some good action but not much in the way of heat, Mike Knox defeats R-Truth in 6:03 by pinfall with a reverse STO, 59C. The reason for this is Truth's 37, Mike Knox is 31. If I can establish a monster in Mike Knox, and then maybe Truth can get that little push, maybe in a year's time, because his mic skills could get him over. But it didn't make for a good bout, it was awkward. The announcing quality did lift the match, and R-Truth improves Rumble skills, and Mike Knox improves performance skills, so not all negative there. And in my final pre-show match, Luke Gallows faces a guy he's quite familiar with in Slam Master J, defeats him in 4 minutes and 15 by pinfall with the inverted full Nelson bomb, 52D+, simply to get Gallows momentum, and he improves his performance skills. After the match, Slam Master J, it says he's celebrating, that's just the way it's worded. He's in the ring basically, Punk and Gallows run in, beat him down after the match, and that's really just to get them some more heat. 67C+, not a great segment, because obviously it's all judged on overness and there's no real overness on Slam Master J or Luke Gallows. Hence, Slam Master J looked lost and CM Punk looks like a real star. And now we go into the actual tapings. We start off with Chris Jericho in the ring. He's talking to the crowd, the usual Chris Jericho promo. I'm the best in the world at what I do. I'm going to walk out of Survivor Series and be World Champion. We've booked him to be interrupted by Rey Mysterio. They have an argument back and forth, and they agree to face each other in a singles match later on, just setting up a different main event. And that's an 81B, and I'm hoping that they two can deliver in the main event. So that's booked in. Next up, we've got 6-person tag team action in a match that had some good action, but not much in the way of heat. Mickie James and Crime Time defeats the Hart Dynasty, Tyson Kidd, David Hart Smith and Natalya in 8:51 when Mickie James defeats Natalya by pinfall with a Tornado DDT. That's the 66 C+. Again, the storyline continues and great chemistry between the two at ringside. Perfect. A lot of improvements here, which again we're noticing on this mod. Tyson Kidd improving Rumble and technical, David Hart Smith improving his technical and performance skills, Natalya improving technical, Mickie James improving flying, and Shad Gaspard's improving his Rumble skills. So just a little match where Crime Time gets the advantage over the Hart Dynasty but don't actually pin them because it's Mickie James that gets the pin. Next up, in an extremely short match, the debuting Caval defeats Kung Fu Naki in 5:21 with a Warrior's Way. 54 C-, does its job, and Kung Fu Naki continues to be a jobber and improves his Rumble skills. Post-match, we'll see CM Punk's watching the match intently, studying it from a backstage monitor, seeing what he thinks. I guess a 78B, before he comes to the ring and announces that Caval will be the third member of the Straight Edge Society. Him, Gallows, and Caval are now have an alliance. Caval underperformed, but it's just to get him together with CM Punk. A 63C means we get 3 members now of the Straight Edge Society as they look to go forward. And about the feature, great action and a good crowd. Dolph Ziggler defeats Matt Hardy in 806 with a zigzag. Only a 56C-, which is really poor. They don't click, which showed in their performance, which is a shame. Matt Hardy's improving Rumble skills. I think it's probably just inconsistency, and I'm quite gutted that never worked out. I thought it'd be a good match, but it is what it is. And about the feature, great action and average heat. John Morrison defeated Drew McIntyre in 9:25 by pinfall with a Moonlight Drive. John Morrison makes defense number 1 of his WWE Intercontinental title, 73B-. Good chemistry between two of them. The reason for this match was just to put an IC match on to get the prestige up a little bit, and they needed a good co-main event, so let's say co-main event, there's another squash match coming, but I thought, that was a good chance to get a good rating and really kick on for the main events, so happy with that. Morrison improving his technical skills. An extremely short match, the Big Show defeats Jimmy Wang Yang in 2:37 by knockout punch. I'm surprised it lasted that long. 62C, just a match to make Big Show look strong and Jimmy Wang Yang to job out. Probably should have changed its position in the card, but he's the main eventer, Big Show, so we need to put him quite strong in the card, and the Big Show is improving his performance skills. Next up, Chris Jericho's in the ring, pre-match promo, just talking about how he's going to dismantle Rey Mysterio, and he's going to dismantle The Undertaker next week. And then the main event match itself. The match had some excellent in-ring action and great heat from the audience. Chris Jericho defeats Rey Mysterio in 16:34 by pinfall, following interference from Batista. 80B, perfect, I'm happy with that. Rey Mysterio and Chris Jericho have great chemistry. The match deserved better colour commentary, which is a shame. The Animal Unleashed storyline has advanced, and the announcing quality wasn't up to the standard of the match, which is a shame. Jericho improves his flying skills, Mysterio improves his performance skills, and most importantly, we continue that Rey Mysterio Batista feud into Survivor Series. And then at the end of it, The Undertaker comes out and says, Chris Jericho, I'm going to make your life a living hell, you go to get hurt. In 1 week's time, Chris Jericho will rest in peace. I say 98, perfect segment, continues that storyline. Sometimes I feel it's better to me actually explaining the angle and what we would say rather than typing it out, because no doubt it'll end up not making sense if I type it. And I think it's better if I can actually explain what I would have each wrestler do in a given situation. But overall, 79B, which improves our popularity in 15 regions, which is absolutely amazing, considering we had a squash match between Big Show and Jimmy Wang Yang, is the co-main event, so delighted with that. So hopefully it progresses these storylines as we get closer to Survivor Series. Let's just here, we get Rebecca Knox getting a contract extension, Christina Von Eri to Ring of Honor. Let's see what else we have incoming. So Ring of Honor are going to sign people. Let's see what we get for positive feedback for SmackDown. ECW was okay, had a few extremists who either loved or hated it. That's cool. Let's check our emails. ECW get a 0.42, so that's up from last week. As you see there, Dean Ambrose can start working for the company tomorrow, so we may bring him in for ECW. I've yet to discover what I'm going to do or decide what I'm going to go for. And that is us confirming that Ashley Lane, aka Madison Rayne, will be signing for FCW. So I'm just going to quickly check if we can send Kaylin Croft. Nope, we can't. Let me see if I just send them down for Rumble purposes then. We'll try Rumble. Yep, we can get down for that. So he's going to go down. Just give them a reason to go down. We'll try the same for Trent Beretta. Rumble skills. Excellent. So they'll go down to get more time development. It's the same with the likes of I keep going on bad news Barrett. Wade Barrett. He's in development. He was scheduled to come back up, but we found that the technical was very weak, so we sent him down for that. And we sent Daniel Bryan down for, I believe he's down there for microphone skills, so entertainment skills. Sorry. So hopefully, if he improves them, we'll have a solid A- player. Maybe not a B+ like Stephanie and Triple H have them as in real life. But it's going well, as I say. I'm not really too bothered about the size of the company. This is more so just about having fun and developing storylines. So far so good, and I'm enjoying the save. And we say we're only a week away from the Survivor Series 2009. Then we'll book TLC, and then we'll start to worry about who's going to win our Rumble and what's going to happen at WrestleMania. Oh god, I can't remember what number this WrestleMania is. I want to say 26, but I'm not 100% sure. Actually, I need to think about that. So I think it is 26. I'll double check it anyway before I book it. I think it's the one Shawn Michaels should retire it anyway. So just having a look here, Hidden Gems, Chris Hero, Tommy Mercer, Johnny Gargano, could bring back the Alpha Male. I'm really tempted with Kenny Omega. I just need to know what I want to do with him before I bring him in, because he won't sign a development deal. And the last time I look at it is the hot prospects, Drew McIntyre, Maurice, Primo, Katie Lee Burchill, and Zack Ryder. It's always a lot of females. And you put to hot prospects, it just brings in Johnny Prime and Evan Bourne. So we'll see what we do with Johnny Prime. I say I'm unsure, it doesn't look that good from a start perspective, but he's only 24, so he may improve over time. So thanks for tuning in to this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like. If you get any comments, please leave them in the comments section below. If you haven't subbed, please hit that sub button. And join me next time for what will probably just be an episode of Monday Night Raw. This is 21 Maxwell. I'll see you real soon. Bye bye.